If you've ever tried to explain the political history of West Africa to someone at a party, first of all, I'm sorry. And second of all, you've probably noticed their eyes glaze over faster than a Krispy Kreme donut. You're standing there, a couple of drinks deep, trying to explain the intricacies of the parliamentary system in 1960s Lagos, while the person you're talking to is just hoping and praying for a meteor to hit the building. It's like trying to explain to your mom why you spent 80,000 naira on a digital gun in a video game. She doesn't get it. You look like a lunatic, and everyone leaves feeling worse. Hi, that's where I come in. Let's talk about the time a group of 20 somethings decided to Control Alt Delete the entire Nigerian government. Nigeria in 1960 was like a brand new IKEA desk. On paper, it looked great. In reality, you had six leftover screws, the instructions were in a language nobody spoke, and the whole thing wobbled if you breathed on it too hard. The country was split into three regions that liked each other as much as Twitter likes opinions. You had the North, the West, and the East, and they were basically three different countries wearing a very large, very uncomfortable trench coat. Corruption was so common that honesty was probably considered a medical condition. By 1965, the Western region was basically a live action remake of The Purge, with people burning cars just for aesthetics.
Is this political reform?
No, Steve, that's an insurance claim. Get back in the house! Enter the January Majors. These were young, idealistic officers who looked at the government and thought, I could fix that. It's the same energy as a 200 level psychology major thinking they can cure their dad's midlife crisis with a Pinterest quote. The ringleader was Chukwuma Kaduna Nzeogu. He was the kind of guy who probably did 500 push-ups before breakfast just to spite the sun. He and four other majors, I'm going to put their name right there because I would butcher it if I tried pronouncing this, decided that the only way to save Nigeria was to kill everyone in Chad, for unity. Okay, so we killed the prime minister, the premiers, and the top generals. Okay, and then what? Then unity. I don't know. I didn't get that far into the PowerPoint. January 15th, 1966, midnight. The majors decided to go full special ops. In the north, Nzeogu took a tank to the house of Saramadu Bello, the Sarduna of Sokoto. Bello was the most powerful man in the north, and Nzeogu handled it with all the subtlety of a flashbang in a library. He blew up the house, killed the Sarduna, and even killed one of his wives. In Lagos, the Prime Minister, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, was kidnapped and taken for a drive he never came back from. Meanwhile, in Ibadan, Premier Samuel Akintola went down in a gunfight that looked like a climax of a 70s action movie. The problem, the math of the coup was, let's say, unbalanced. Almost everyone killed was from the north or the west. Almost everyone doing the killing was Igbo from the east. Hey, why are all the dead guys from my neighborhood and all the guys with the guns from yours? It's a coincidence, like when you buy a loot box and get same common skin six times. RNG, baby! The coup was supposed to be a clean sweep, but it went about as well as cutting your own hair when you know fully well you don't know jack about cutting hair. In Lagos, Major General Johnson Aguiyi-Ironsi, another Igbo guy by the way, managed to dodge the bullets and rally the troops. He didn't exactly stop the coup so much as he inherited it. The president, Nnamdi Azikiwe, was conveniently on a cruise in the Caribbean when the shooting started. Oh, hey, MKO. Cool, huh? That sounds stressful. Anyway, does this ship have a buffet? Iransi took over, declared himself the big boss, and threw the majors in jail. But instead of putting them on trial, he kind of just kept them there. It was like your roommate eating your leftovers and then saying, I'm not a thief, I'm the guy who's keeping the fridge safe. After all said and done, the North was far from happy. They looked at the pile of dead Northern leaders and new Igbo president and thought, wait a minute, we've been bamboozled. This led to the July counter coup, which was basically the revenge of the Sith, but with more camo and fewer lightsabers. In fact, I don't think there were any lightsabers. Northern officers caught up with Ironsi in Ibadan and let's just say his term as president ended very abruptly. This whole mess eventually spiraled into the Nigerian Civil War, a conflict that goes together with good times, like juice and toothpaste. The January Majors wanted to end tribalism, but they ended up making it the main character of Nigerian politics for the next 60 years. Nigerian Coup of 1966, 2 out of 10 stars. Great for drama, terrible for staying alive.